Before I begin this comparison, I would like to personally apologize to Andrew Jacked himself for kind of making fun of the blindfold thing. From what I understand, he was paying tribute to one Cedric McMillan. So, sorry, big man. It looked just fine. But anyway, this is the 2024 Mr. Olympia event version of Andrew Jacked. He took fifth, and just a couple of days ago at the Arnold Classics, come on, Billy! This is Andrew Jacked. He took third. And whereas I definitely notice he looks bigger in the upper body at the Arnold Classic, his lats look huge. I believe it is more the way he is holding his arms, things of that nature. And keep in mind, his right lat is huge. That information will be valuable in just a minute. If you will, look at the lower half. It seems to me that, in particular, the left leg looks a little bit more slender nowadays. What the heck? While we're here, we will also toss in this Texas Pro version, because we have an interesting thing to look at about that version. So, keep that in mind. Go through the shots here. Front double bicep pose. Interesting. Now, his left leg looks bigger at the Arnold Classic. Could be that he's going tippy-toe and he's displaying it better, which is a coup to him. If he realized that maybe he did have an unsymmetrical wheel development, he could put that forward just like that. Looks fantastic. So, an A+ for posing techniques. Lats. There's a little concave there in his left lat. You notice that? His left bicep looks a little bit fuller, a little bit of a split I never noticed before as well at the Arnold Classic. Worth to mention, put that back into the psyche of your minds. Now, the Texas Pro. Oh my goodness. I apologize. I was looking at the bicep as I switched over. Do you see that left bicep? The right one's bulging too. But my soul. Wow. So he's going flat-footed for both front doubles at the Olympia and the Texas. And he's doing that tippy-toe thing. Maybe, like I said, to hide the asymmetry in the wheel development. I can't get over the difference of the bicep. Now, what's going on here? Let's take a look at a close-up shot of Andrew Jacked way back when. Now, this is the Texas Pro couple of years back, and you can see his bicep needs a little bit of work. Now here's at the Olympia, about the same, I would suggest, and then boom. Wow, what happened? The Texas Pro, he must have been really doing hammer curls or something. But then look at this. What happened indeed? What happened again? Looks like a split in the bicep. Anyway, I'll let you guys be the judge in the comment section below. Let us know what is going on with that arm. At any rate, go to the front lat spread. And I believe we are using the wrong picture. You couldn't get a better picture there, Terry? He's not hitting the pose, is he? Is it? Okay. Terry says this is the best one. Seems to me there is something going on with that right lat. But, at the Arnold Classic. But, at the first picture we showed, the front relaxed, both lats look tremendous. So, what's going on? Is he just unable to hit the pose? Was his back kinking up? I noticed at the Olympia that year, his lat was also a little unsymmetrical. It's less noticeable, but trust me, it is when you bring that Texas Pro version up. You can see those lats were perfect. Just unbelievable. And you go back even further. Look at that. His right lat is even bigger than the left one here. Well, it's because he's tilted a little bit. So, something going on with the evolution of that lat. Because, like I said, from the front relaxed position, he looked just fine. But when even in the front double, you can kind of see a little concave in there. But the lat itself is it's good. So I don't know why it translates like this in that front lat spread. Interesting stuff. Turn to the side here. Side chest pose. He's bending at the knees. quite a bit more at the Arnold Classic. And you know what? I've always said this about Andrew Jacked. He should bend at the knees. I like how some guys hold their far leg straight, and you can see at the Olympia he is somewhat. But you know what? He's going against these short guys, and he needs more lag thickness. And he either is creating that by bending down, or he really does have more size on that quad, which doesn't jive with my first initial reaction to his wheel being smaller at the Arnold. And it is that actual left leg too. So could be that he's bending at the knees, which is a good move for him. Upper body wise, he is getting an A+ on that angle. He is holding his upper body just nice. But more than that, his delt is twice as big. This guy is improving. From the front point of view, I might have had some critiques. Gotta be honest. Sounds mean, but I gotta be honest for you folks. But when I'm honest, hey, look at those delts. Absolute improvement. Hard, grainy nature as well. Now here's Jacked. This is exactly the picture I wanted. Terry, you are the best fucking editor there ever was. You're getting a raise. This here is a couple of years back at the Texas, and this was the best side chest. It was when he was going against Hunter Labrada. This was the best side chest he ever hit because of the angle, the way he was striking the pose. You can see he's bending at the knees, creating some thickness, the way he's holding his chest, bowing it out, things of that nature. So you can clearly see he is hitting it the same way now, except he is twice as hard, twice as grainy, separated. So this video kind of took a turn. But you know what? Andrew Jacked is dominant from the front. It was always the side poses that took criticism. And if you ask me, this here, with the way he's hitting the pose, coupled with that better condition, let's face it, this is the best side pose that we've ever seen from Andrew Jacked. Now, what about the side tricep? That tongue. He sticks that tongue out. And I don't know why I think it's so funny. Actually, you know why it is so funny? It's because his tongue's so skinny. You know what I mean? He's a great big giant guy, and it's long enough, but it's so thin. And you know the old saying, long and thin goes all the way in, but short and fat's where it's at. Know what I'm saying? But all seriousness, guys, he is hitting the pose at the other side. And he is doing himself a world of good. And I mean world. I remember Jay Cutler did the same type of deal. His leg is better. His left leg is much better from the side, absolutely. I think his tricep may be better on the right side, and probably the reason why he chose that side initially. Chest too, maybe. But one thing that is a whole lot better, like I mentioned, the wheels and the abs. The abs from this side are a whole lot better, I think, anyway. So it is a definite situation where Andrew Jacked, is he improving? He absolutely is improving in the areas that he needs to. And the side shots were the big two. Well, actually, the back was kind of another area. And we have to revert back to the Insult Avenue, unfortunately. But the back development of Andrew Jacked, I believe, is not as good as it was. Now his condition, from these pictures, keep in mind, guys, you can only tell so much from pictures, but his condition looks about the same. Lower half, glutes, even the back, the type of condition looks the same. Because sometimes if he comes in more peeled, and not just him, but any bodybuilder, you come in more peeled, you lose some of that width and thickness, even in your back. But that is not the case. It appears to me that something going on in that right lat situation. And you could see from the front lat spread as well. So unfortunately, I think that hurt his placing. He could have even got second. A lot of people are saying that he might have been better than Samson Dauda. I don't know. Now here's the Texas, and clearly you can see he is perfectly symmetrical in the lats. So it could be a situation, like I mentioned earlier, guys. His front relaxed position, he has the lats, even in the front dub. you could see. So I absolutely think this is some sort of issue. Like I mentioned, he's kinking up perhaps a little bit. He couldn't open those lats up. And I'm not just saying that to be nice, although it never hurts to be more nice. But here's the evidence. This is at the 2023 Arnold Classic. This was way before the Texas Pro, the 2024 Texas Pro, and you can see same issue here with his right lat. And come Texas Pro, he was able to fix that. So there is absolutely, in my opinion anyway, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Here's the rear double bicep pose. And in this instance, he's hitting the pose at a different angle. His back is more erect, like a pole, at the 2025 Arnold Classic. Again, he's not opening those lats up as much. He's doing it to both of them, though. At least he's symmetrical. Much more girth in those lats. Not girth like a belly, but I mean in the width of the lats at the Olympia. So he is pretty darn good at the Mr. Olympia. Hey, top 5 in the world, guys. Here's the Texas. Now, when you look at this X-frame of this Texas Pro version of Andrew Jacked, this is a full-blown X-frame, super heavyweight bodybuilder. He looks perfect. Look at that. Upper body, lower body, a perfect balance. Now, the Arnold Classic version, it is worth to mention here, guys. The condition and even the size of his legs from behind might even be better, which is very strange when you turn him around and look at the abs and thigh. There can be no question. Those quad sweeps, so much bigger. At the Olympia, of course, this is not the Texas Pro version. We'll have a look at it in just a second, but the results are the same. But what is doubly puzzling, is that a word? No, probably not. What's twice as strange here is the lats. This time look bigger on the Arnold Classic version. Isn't that weird? Oh, here's the Texas Pro and saddle bags. Look at the size of those quads. So from the side, he looked incredible at the Arnold Classic. And from the front, I mean, his legs look twice as big at the Texas. And of course from behind, they look just as big at the Arnold. So strange all around. And here's the most muscular. He was trying some new poses. He wore that mask thing, and then he came out, took the mask off, and he had a blindfold on, sticking his tongue out. And I thought the mask was kind of neat. You know, they used to dress up at the Arnold Classic. They should all play dress up, though. Not just one. I remember Lee Priest did the Superman thing. That was awesome. Kai Green, I think he used to wear stuff. Big penetrator mask, or whatever you call it. The movie there, or whatever they used to call him. It's a dirty word now. But anyway, yes, Andrew Jacked. He is evolving just fine. It is a situation where he has improved a couple of muscle groups, and maybe he didn't improve in the front quads. I think that might be the only thing. Oh, yeah, and then the bicep. Of course, the bicep looks pretty darn good here in this most muscular pose. I like how he is closing his arms in, closes the gap, hides his weakness. Keep doing that, and suck that tongue in. Looks like a big snake.